this whole PlayStation going digital only, normally I let these things slide and I just stay quiet. This thing is something I just need to talk about. Like, how are we gonna do this? There's no plus side to this. Your excuse is just, oh, but everyone wants it. Nobody wants it. And why is it the only defense I've seen of this is just people going, oh, well, I haven't bought a disc in however long. Okay, the world doesn't revolve around you. I hate to break it to you. And this might come as news, but like, if that's your only defense to this, I can hear the cymbal monkeys clanging in your like padded room overhead. Like that's just it. If your defense to this was, oh, but it helps the environment, so we won't make cases, so there'll be like less plastic and waste and landfills and all that, I wouldn't believe you, but it'd be somewhat of a valid excuse. But by the sounds of it, you're not doing that, because in order to get around all the people who regulate you to make sure you're not a monopoly, you're still going to have the cases. You're just going to do like a GTA and keep the codes in the cases, which means that you still have all the plastic and waste and all that. But then you don't get discs, you don't own anything. Plus, you can't resell it, so then the second-hand market's gone, which is a whole other issue. But then, so you lose the second-hand market, so then like kids and like struggling families can't get a game easily, even second-hand, even years after release. But then scalpers can still buy like special editions and sell them for a market price if they just don't open them, which is just stupid. So you just get the worst of everything in that situation. Some businesses will definitely struggle from this, because if they get rid of case altogether, if they do go that route with it, then I'm sorry, but like businesses will struggle, jobs will be lost. Like, oh no, they won't, of course they won't. Like the big ones, they might get around it. Even Game in the UK tried to move away from like just selling games and doing other stuff, and how they've pretty much closing like all of their stores because they just don't have the discs anymore. They don't have the media, and nobody wants to go in there and display merch. We go to other shops, we go online for that. Like, that's not what game things are. Like, places like CX are fine, whatever, you make all your money on phones and other stuff. But even like the big companies like GameStop, whatever, I imagine they will struggle. I imagine jobs will be lost or like downsized or something. And like, you can even say, oh, but you can still get the games online from other like places and stuff. Cool, but some of them like websites are a bit dodgy to get the keys and stuff. I've used them, I'll admit it, but some of them are dodgy. Like, some of them it's just you don't buy a code for a game, you just buy an account, so then you have to download that account. Or it's only for like one console or something. And like, the average young kid or young teen or the average parent isn't gonna probably be looking at that much. They're just gonna hear, oh, okay, you can buy it from here, and I get it. They're not gonna like look into it too much in a way, which yeah, okay, they have to learn, but it's also dangerous. Before anyone says like, oh, PlayStation should still have sales, you can still get them cheap on there. Okay, but they won't have them near as often as having just PlayStation sales and having PlayStation sales as well as all the online shops and all the retail shops. That like, there's still gonna be less sales in total, less discount in total, and PlayStation will completely control the price, which is stupid. Like, and you can't even say, oh, but they make them cheap. They don't, for the most part. There are games on there that are 20 years old that are still full price, 50, 60, 70 quid. I mean, I've just checked, even Ghosts from COD, still